Welcome back everybody to another live stream repair. We've got a couple of HomePods as well as a Steam Deck to take care of, in particular the USB-C port on this Steam Deck. As for the HomePods, we're going to go ahead and knock those two out first. Scott's HomePod here has no bass, or as it says up there, what we usually get people emailing us in for when these things have no bass, they describe it as sounds like an old transistor radio or old-timey radio, so I thought we'd throw that up there to have a little fun with the titles and all. Anyways, the other HomePod I believe has no power, so we've got a fun little array of repairs here this evening. Let's go ahead and get these on. Okay. First thing is first, we are going to check our symptoms here. Of course, no bass is no bass, but we'll go ahead and just sanity check that here. And unfortunately, there are a few different potential causes for this no bass condition. They could have multiple different issues with the amplifier, one of which could also have caused the subwoofer to die. Let's take a quick listen.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Yep, that sounds quite very much like a tin can. So let's get this cracked open and see if we can't get a little lucky here on an easy fix. We'll get our first hint as to what's going on with this once we get this display and logic board off, and we can see the physical condition, at least from the outside of the subwoofer. If it's an issue that we are familiar with fixing up, then the subwoofer will show a bit of a darker spot in the middle, indicating that it was overheated as a result of that also common DC offset issue with the filters going bad over time. We can also gently poke the subwoofer and listen to see and feel if it's nice and smooth, or if it's got any, if it wants to seize up on us. Okay, looks fine. And feels fun too. So it's probably not the subwoofer or anything to do with DC offset. Still most likely an issue somewhere on the amplifier. causing our issues with no bass at all here. I'm hoping it'll be an obvious short. Time for the fun part. Hey Rafa, welcome back. Yeah, hopefully this one will be a cut and dry repair that we can figure out, and it won't be one of those mystery, can't figure it out, gotta swap the amp issues, you know. I'm always a little worried about that with these no bass ones. Which means we've got to get on top of some of these mystery issues. Let's check out the voice coils condition. It looks fine, it feels fine, nice and smooth. No burn marks on the voice coil. It smells fine. So definitely no suspicion there with the subwoofer. Let's get to that amplifier. Get close up in there. Nice. Here we go. The great reveal. Moment of truth. Oh. That's not good. How bad is that? Oh man, that's bad. Okay, so I think that's a little bit beyond simple trace repair here in replacing this chip, because further down the line you can see right here we've got like a burn mark. So this apparently had way too much power going through it somehow. Out of curiosity, I wonder if this is shorted out. No, it is not. Okay, interesting. So this needs a new amplifier. Even if we wanted to try replacing that chip, there's a good chance that there's a number of other things wrong with this, and we might be able to save it, but it would take quite a long time, and we are trying to get through a few repairs here. So where is my friend? Here we go. Yeah.
It looks so good.
This is a different amplifier that I've got fresh off the repair shelf, ready to pop into someone's pod. I believe, let me double check the diode here. Oh yeah, 2142K. That's a brand new diode. So, for anybody who just joining, we'll go ahead and catch you up to speed. We got Scott's HomePod apart to identify why it was not having any bass in its sound. And if we flip the amplifier around, we can see, unfortunately, a bit of damage here. The trace is gone. It looks like it's actually gone through a layer or two of this multi-layer PCB. So again, even if we wanted to replace this component and run a trace wire, also there's other components down here that look fairly roasted, as well as the board. It's just not, it does not seem like a good use of our time here and now. We do have another amplifier with a fresh diode and filters that should get us going here.
You're gonna put them up there. You gonna keep them there?
But first,
Tiny tarts.
tiny tarts. Look at those tiny little tarts.
So small.
Those are some good.
They have some good detail on those fucking fruits. Especially the raspberries. Like, If you want to keep them in here, you can. I've got a little cake stand to put them on.
I think we will keep them here. I think I might put them right here. Or maybe on here, depending on how much that... Oh no, those are gonna fly right off. Yeah, we'll keep those there.
There you go, some tiny foods.
Thank you. And we are gonna go ahead and throw this all the way together because I already tested this board. It's got good bass, good power, great offset, less than 10 millivolts. And I would expect that. We put a brand new diode in there. It's got brand new filters.
I found a rogue blueberry. Would you like it?
Yes, I want the blueberry.
Don't eat it. It's made out of resin. Don't
Oh, but I really want.
eat it. Microplastics. It's bad enough that I make them. They have a little live berry.
Thank you. You do need to be careful. You don't want to slip the screwdriver and or the screw into the board and short out or knock off other components. Create more work for yourself, or worse off, a complete mystery issue that you'll never figure out and just give up. Reconnect the ribbon cable. Plug in the power supply. Rotate a few rings. baby. Mom's gonna get her. Mom's got her. Got her? Yeah, Mom's got her. That was definitely a I need something cry. Oh. It's really hot right now. I think it's probably like 95, 96 out. And we've got the one window air conditioner going in the living room, and unfortunately the bedroom's on the other side of the house. And the power in this house is so crappy. We can have the air conditioner and my streaming PC. And my streaming PC doesn't really pull that much. It's the air conditioner, obviously, but like the entire house is on a single 15 amp circuit breaker. Oh, she gassy. I'm still a little worried about how hot it is. We need to like get a. Okay, cool.
Her body's a little bit feeling warm to the touch, you know?
Yeah.
But like it just feels like she's been sleeping sweaty.
Yeah.
But her head and her little ears and her arms feel okay. So I'm trying to check. But she seems to be getting a little better. Just seems like her front bothers her. It looks like she had something going on.
That's usually what it is when I go in there when she cries like that.
Mm-hmm. But you just pop her pacifier.
By the time I get in there, she's like already past the gas.
That's why I waited a second, because sometimes, like you said, with cries like that, she'll just go right back to sleep.
I just want to make sure, especially with how hot it is.
Yeah, no, that's why I give her a little kiss.
I want to like stick another fan on her or something.
Cuddle. Another fan. You want to take your hand one in there?
You can just use one of the USB-C fans. Clamp it to a better spot. Yeah.
She back asleep. Want to go back?
Oh, how did we miss that? That's what we get for talking and working.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, yeah, that is weird. It plays eye tricks on me. I can't see it from this angle where I'm sitting. That is more like it. Oh, she went back to sleep again. Nope. She's awake.
Yeah, it's too hot.
Yeah. She can always pass out in the living room, I guess. She'll get tired enough. Turn on the lights. Probably go check on them and make sure they're doing all right. Mom might need a little help. Oh, sounds like she's got it.
Your HomePod is about to reset. Keep pressing until you hear 3 beeps.
Alright, we're gonna let that reset.
What a burp. So,
Where's that nugget? Look at that nugget.
nugget. God, the sounds you make, child.
Full-size person belches. Alright, we're gonna let that finish resetting. Take a quick break. We'll be right back and we'll make sure this has got good bass and fix up another HomePod.
You're smelling.
Oh, is it hot? Feel alright? Okay. We've got that baby some... Oh, I guess I showed up right on time. That sounds wonderful. We will need to set this up to our home later this evening and test it out overnight to make sure that its bass problems are fully resolved with this fresh amplifier. With a precursory check, it does sound good to go. So let's put that off to the side and grab out the next victim. This one is from I believe you would pronounce that Tuan. I apologize. It's probably incorrect. Go ahead and put their name up on the screen so you can be the judge. And what is wrong with Tuan's HomePod? It does not power on. Nice. Okay. This should be a pretty straightforward repair. Let's let them know that we're getting started on it, and then we will start on it. Is this the right stream link? Yes, it is. Okay. They've got no power. Let's begin. First, with a known good power cable, we're going to plug it in. The other end is plugged into our kilowatt meter over here, so we can see that it is drawing power despite nothing happening on the top here. So, we are fairly familiar with that amount of power draw and this particular behavior. That is most likely a shorted diode on the amplifier. So we're going to crack this open, much like this honey Kolsch from Rogue. Of course with a tiny bit of struggle. There we go. Not bad. Here we go. Oof, there we go. Sometimes those are just hand crampers. A little bit of rubbing alcohol would probably make it go a little smoother. But, I mean, I'm the guy that's got a mouse built into his keyboard. Because I'm so lazy, I don't want to move my hand off the keyboard when I want to use the mouse. So, to each their own. Skin that HomePod. And then we're gonna rip its head off. We've already taken its brains out. here comes the fun part. Close your ears. Alright, you can open your ears again. Just take a cursory subwoofer check. Smells fantastic. No worries about that woofer. Let's work on the rest of this and get to that amplifier where our treble diode resides. It's going to most likely have one of two date codes. 1746K or 1748K. Those date codes basically stand for the year and week of that year. And those two date codes in particular consistently fail and cause this no power issue. So, by replacing this dead diode, or preemptively replacing one of these diodes that does have this same date code on it with a brand new one, you'll completely prevent the problem from happening again. Because, again, just to reiterate, you know, for whatever reason, there's a bad batch of these diodes floating around in these HomePods. They're not failing for any other reason like being an insufficient part for the job. It is purely a bad batch of these things floating around. We've called it hundreds of times. Why am I not able to talk today? We've called it hundreds of times before, and I'll be happy to see when we're wrong, but that's just me. I like to be proven wrong. Give me 1 second, I will be right back. We'll talk later. Okay. My apologies for that. I forgot that I had somebody picking up yesterday's repair, actually. So let's pick back up where we left off here. Let's see. We got all of the screws out. It's time to rip this amplifier out. I don't know if you were able to hear any of that conversation from outside, but probably have to go back and double check. Might have some interesting, potentially, it'll probably take a while, of course, but we might have some good news about some repairs for these. At least, potentially some leads. What date code do we have on there? Yep, 1748K. Let's go ahead and get that swapped out. That's given me a lot to think about. The fellow I was just talking to has a very long time, like 20 plus years in hardware engineering, and he said that he's never seen a Schottky diode fail. So for us to have a stack of hundreds of them here is quite the oddity, to say the least. Which means one of two things. Well, it really means one thing with a potential caveat to it, which is for some reason or another, this diode and these date codes seemingly in particular just cannot hold up to the higher loads, which it's a good thing that we've been using these 7 amps. But we will have to see. We'll have to do more testing. I think I've got a few logic boards that haven't been updated yet, and the theory that we cracked was maybe because coincidentally I get a lot of people telling me that these die around the time they're doing software updates, and he was telling me that, you know, the NAND, when it's being written to, i.e. during a software update, is going to consume a lot of power. And that's not even during, it restarting and applying the update. That could be it purely just downloading the update too. Besides this issue, what's the most common one you keep dealing with? The second most common issue would, as far as repairable ones, would easily be the DC offset issue with the filters going bad. And causing death farts. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and the reason, again, I can only speculate. I don't have a whole lot of hardware experience. Not much more than what you've seen us streaming here on our channel the past year and a half. Aside from, the tinkering here and there that I've done throughout my life. But as far as professional experience, the closest I could consider that being would be what you see us do here on YouTube. Not bad, eh? And we're getting compliments from a guy that's been seeing this stuff for 20 plus years. I think we're doing alright. Oh, that poor baby. It's too hot for her to sleep. But she's so tired. There's only so much you can do. Hey, we've got power though. That's good at least. Yeah, it would be no power, easily the most common. Death farts / DC offset, the second most common. Following that, of course, no base issues, which are often caused by DC offset or death fart issues. And then, the most common one that we can't fix, of course, the blinking volume buttons ones. We still get emails all the time about that, despite as much info as we try to put out there about that. So, great offset, great sound. Let's make this look great, and we will see if we've got time to do this Steam Deck USB-C port. Nah. Sounds like she's getting strapped in. That sounds like a kid that's getting carried.
She is. She's grumpy.
Yeah, are you poor, tired, hot, sweaty baby?
And her teeth probably are.
Oh, I forgot your 2 front teeth are coming in too.
Yeah.
You're just a complete wreck right now,
She's got little tears in her eyes.
She's actually crying. She's legitimately sad.
Farting.
She's an actual complete 100% wreck.
You're a mess.
The only thing that you've got left to do is take a fat diaper filler.
She took a shit like that earlier and she pooped on my rope.
Ah.
Yeah, you're telling me. Ask me on my rope.
Where's that baby?
She's right here.
There's that baby.
Grumpy.
Yeah.
She looks grumpy. Look. Baby Jill. You feeling fucked up? He said yeah, but I feel better. I got my cube now.
Damn, is this kid gonna run up to her teacher in school and be like, "Teacher, I feel fucked up," and then she throws up all over the teacher?
No worse than my mom telling one of my teachers I had the Hershey squirts one day.
Oh man, I'll never forget the kid in my 5th grade class. Unfortunately, he had problems that weren't being like properly and like fully addressed the way that they should have and could have. They were being ignored and neglected. But dude took a poop in his pants, flipped his desk, and then like punched the teacher and ran out of the room.
I don't mean to laugh.
Like just out of nowhere. This is just like completely random. And like he's known to be like a troublemaker, which is unfortunate because like again, if he'd just had access to the help that he needed, then I hope he's doing all right now.
Goddamn, I know if I was in the middle of class and some kid getting hurt, someone take a fat shit and then they just flip their desk and punch the teacher and run out.
No, I specifically remember because they were wearing green sweatpants and it like sagged a little bit in them.
Oh no.
So it's like, how did you get that out of your... Okay, whatever.
You go home, you get a garbage bag, and you put your clothes in there.
It vaguely reminded me of that, like... That kid in the Wild Thornberries.
Donnie?
No, like, is Donnie the one with the crazy hair that always, like, bounces off the walls and stuff? Yeah.
Who said that the other day? It made me crack up. Was it pretty cool?
Was it Xander at work? When
YouTube video.
Oh.
And someone...
Oh, yeah.
It's like Donnie from the Wild Thornberry. That's you, baby Cho. No, you can't have the airport extreme. I'm so sorry. You can have one of these old fucked up phones to chew on though.
Sanitize it first. But that singular one would be a great one for her.
This one?
Yeah, no, the flip phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
hurt or something?
No. Well, you have to watch her because you don't want her to have that by herself and like stab herself in the throat with the antenna or something.
Oh well, yeah, but I don't want to have it.
In that case, the Nokia would be fine. I don't think the Nokia has an antenna on it.
It's got a little one, but it's not. It's.
But I would
shorter.
100% like at least wipe that off with a baby wipe first because that's definitely got toilet hands on it that have been sitting in a box for years.
I thought you wiped this off and already gave it to her once.
Which one? I only wiped off the BlackBerry.
I could have swore you gave this to her once.
Just the BlackBerry.
Can't take it. She's living her life. She's building the immune system.
Yeah, that's got 14-year-old Kira toilet hands on it.
Baby Cho, I got that phone when I was in fucking 4th grade.
Yeah, and one day you're gonna get it when you're in 4th grade.
No, it won't work.
Yep, you're gonna go through the same tech progression that your mom and dad went through.
That's horrible. To
No,
do
it's
to
not.
her.
No, it's not. We went through the same thing. That wasn't horrible.
That would be like my parents being like, well, I grew up without technology, so you don't need it at all.
No, see, they're definitely getting technology. They just have to start off with Windows Mobile 6 and Bubble Breaker.
If you're starting out with Windows Mobile 6, you're already doing better than I was.
Yeah, me too. But, you know, it's at least connected to the internet. They got a little something. It's just going to be very difficult to access anything, you know, sketchy.
Are you feeling better, little tears?
I'm sure somebody's made a freaking modern client for any number of social media apps.
I mean, if we really hated her, we'd just get her a jitter button.
Oh, God.
Here, you want to go look at yourself in the mirror for a minute? You want to touch Dad's poster? No. You can't rip that off the wall, baby chum. Yeah, not everything's for touching.
No, I want you to have a head start. You'll get a newer phone than either of us. Then she waddled away. Hey!
What?
Got any grapes? Ah! Ah! That's what the duck said to the man at the lemonade stand. I am so sorry for whoever just joined on that. No context, just joining right in on me yelling at you. I apologize. It is what it is. And they left. That's great. That's gravy.
She's got those little rivers ready.
I love it.
Arms up.
You know, this is like a thing this is a privilege that only small YouTubers have.
What?
Like calling out people that join the stream and leave because we can watch the concurrent viewer numbers.
I thought you were gonna
Like,
say
if you've got,
cursing
like-
on the street.
As soon as you have more than like 100 people watching at a time, I feel like it's impossible to keep track of who's actually watching. So you can't call people out when they like join or leave. I mean, sure, you can watch it. Like, change up or down and be like, oh, I saw like hundreds more of you just joined. Welcome. No. I wanna look you in the eyes. Anonymously. As anonymously as I can as the content creator of this channel to you as the commenter or viewer.
Hey. Whoa! What's up? What you got going on? What are you looking at? Velvet. Yeah, you want me to touch it? Whoa.
Hi. Slam's in the chat. Welcome.
No, you can't have this
Slam
old
is
piece
back.
of electrical tape, baby chill. I'm so sorry.
Hey, that's mine. I'm saving it for later.
Yeah, it's like Laffy Taffy.
Exactly.
Like a fruit roll-up. You dropped your phone, baby chill. What are we doing?
I
Dying.
Well, okay.
What?
Well, after this, I've just got this USB-C port, which shouldn't take an hour, but
Let's see.
I've spec'd an hour out for the time, and we'll cut it off at that.
She's alright. Just watch Dad.
What? You're gonna kick me?
No, I said watch Dad.
Oh, I thought you said let's punch Dad.
No. Where'd you get kicking from punching? We will punch ankle.
No! The Steam Deck came in with no power, and when you plug it into power, it wouldn't charge or anything. So we took it apart and looked around the board and spent some time poking around and couldn't find anything until we noticed a few pins seemed to be broken and bent in the USB-C port on the motherboard. So my best guess is the USB-C port was damaged and the battery, of course, drained, and with no way to recharge it, it just died and you can't recharge it, so it just appears completely dead. We couldn't find any evidence of any parts on the motherboard that were damaged or overheated or shorted or any obvious failures other than that USB-C port. So we'll see if that's all it needs. But let's first see if this HomePod is good to go. We've got power.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Aren't we all?
I'm having trouble.
Alright. Sounds and looks good. Excellent. That brings us on to Mike's Steam Deck. Woo! Yeah! Here we go. And here we go. Woo! Okay. So, let's put Mike's name up on the screen. Where's my mouse? Here is the motherboard for the Steam Deck that Mike sent in. In part 1, where we live streamed working on this, we tore it down, and like I was saying, we were poking around trying to find any obvious faults, looking around online, watching other people's videos, seeing what they replaced for similar issues, and we couldn't find any of the same symptoms. We found a Reddit post, however, showing various voltage readouts near the USB port. So we started probing with a meter in DC voltage mode around these pads, looking for any sort of voltage coming into this USB-C port to at least confirm that that was working. Lo and behold, we weren't getting anything. That's when we took a closer look at the USB-C port. Let's see if I can get a focus. Let me grab an extra flashlight too. It is quite tricky to show. You might just have to take my word for it. Let's try this camera. Yeah, that's not gonna do us any better. Tell you what. I've got a macro camera lens. Alright, people need to leave me alone. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys. Oh. There we go. So we've got a bent pin there. The rest of that just looks fairly chewed up. On the other side, we're just completely missing 2 pins there. The very far right one, and then the one a couple pins to the left of that. So, I am not a USB-C port expert by heart, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that regardless of whatever else is going on with this, if the USB-C port is damaged, then there's really no great way to keep using it. So let's go ahead and, boy, am I nervous honestly about this. It's the first time, obviously, I've done a USB-C port on a Steam Deck, let alone anything quite as intense as this. Because if we look up close, we have got all sorts of fun stuff around that to worry about. Not to mention the plastic in the port itself. So at the very least, here and now, I want to try to get this port off. And I warmed the board up first. I also have some Kapton tape here. We're going to use that to cover up everything we don't want to get blasted by our heat. Although, honestly, it looks like we would probably... yeah, we're going to be fine without that. We are going to hit those mounting pins with some low melt solder. I'll try to make this easier for us. Alright, one more time. Just to be sure we got a good amount in there. I think that'll do. Let's go ahead and hit the other side as well. at last, I think I can hit all those first row of pins. There's still a second row of pins under this connector, which is really what I'm most concerned about getting right here. Well, we'll see what we do. Awesome. So we got all those hit without dislodging anything. That's the other thing I was really worried about. Let's try to remove this connector. I'll go ahead and just preheat the other side of this board just a little bit. Alright, I'm not fighting it. That's not coming off yet. And stay down. Yeah, I'm not looking for any freaking trace repairs tonight. Forget about it. When it comes up, it comes up. There's no need to rush. Rushing causes more time spent. Come on. Do I have to go full heat on this sucker? I don't like the idea. If we're gonna do that, I want to cover this plastic power button nearby too. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and try wicking up some of the solder off the mounting pads then. See if we can't make it a little easier that way. I'm pretty sure all that solder is melting because it looks liquefied when we've got it under the heat, but and then we'll go at it with the full heat. Alright, I'll probably end up blocking your view for these two, but here we go. Oh, you can see it. Okay. Wow. Okay. What's going on here? Alright, we're gonna try one last time here. And then I'm just gonna have to tap out for now and we'll have to try this again. That's it. I can't seem to get that sucker off. we will need to do a little bit of practice on something for parts. Try to get good at this. But the last thing I want to do is just rip the sucker right off the board or damage this thing from too much heat. Well, let's try one more thing here. We've got all that solder on the back of those pads still. Let's go ahead and lick those off. Alright, that's one. Yeah, Slam's got the right idea. I'm basically working backwards. We should have started with low melting everything, wicking it off, and then trying to pull it off, but I thought I could get away without needing to wick it off using enough low melt. And we might have been wrong. I might have been wrong. There's no we. That was a sole individual mistake. All right, last try. I'm for reals. It's defeated me. For now. I will need to watch a few more videos here on other people doing. Unfortunately, there's only one other person on YouTube that's actually done a USB-C port on the Steam Deck. And when they got it, it was already ripped off. So they had to do some trace rebuilds, but point is they didn't showcase taking the old one off. It was already gone. So I'll try to watch some Switch videos. I imagine probably the biggest issue here, since I can see the mounting pads with what little solder is left on them. That's melting, but I'm pretty sure it's the pins in the pads on the bottom side of the connector that we can't get to that are holding us down. So better safe than sorry, especially with a device this expensive with the port soldered onto the main board and how expensive it would be to replace that if we damaged it. We really don't. Oh, you can take the nozzle off the hot air. Yep, I want to try that. I was thinking about that, but Slam said to do it, so I want to try it. And Rafa says it's moving, but I don't know if that's the whole board moving or just the port. Well, let's give it one more go here. No, man. Damn it. Yeah, I don't want to get too hot, especially with, you know, we're taking too long. That's too much heat for too long on this board. I really don't want to damage it. No, I am nervous. I am nervous. I just don't want to fry the thing. Slam is absolutely correct, but gives me the heebie-jeebies. We haven't dislodged anything else yet still, right? And the board still looks to be in okay shape. We haven't fried anything. How long do you think we can put this thing under heat for before it's danger mode? I figured, you know, like 60 seconds at most is pushing it. Let's see. Oh, my top camera overheated. That's unfortunate. We'll stay up close. The edge of the desk is sometimes better, yeah. We could actually get away with it like that. First, let's make sure I'm not warping the board either. No, looks good. At least by my naked eye. Oh, actually, I wanna... I've got a few more minutes of attempts and I'm giving up on this thing. I can't even get the port off it. You hungry? I'm hungry too, trust me. Oh, I'm hungry too. I want this port off! Yeah, I feel like you're right, Slam. I'm probably just being a little too chicken here. But I'm gonna play it safer than sorry here in this case, at least here and now, before we do break anything. I'm gonna watch a few more videos tonight of other people doing USB-C ports on other devices, so I can at least get an idea and see maybe how long other people are doing this sort of repair for. Yeah, that's the thing. The plastic in the connector isn't even melting. That's a good point. Should we just crank it all the way up to 500? is a very good point. That is a very good point. Slam is saying that the plastic inside of the connector usually melts when people are pulling these old ones out. And I have not seen that yet. This one is still nice and firm. I'll keep poking it till we get some meltage. Oh. Slam the man. Wow. Still didn't melt the plastic inside of the connector. But we got it off. Let's see, did we hurt anything? Oh my goodness. We are off scot-free. Just got a that's just a little solder on there, but you see that pad is just fine. We've got all our pads there. Excellent. There's the old connector. Okay. Well, wow. Folks, that is not only, unfortunately, all the time that we have for here and now, but my top camera is also dead. We've got no top camera. So, we will pick this back up tomorrow, and I am very excited because that was the biggest hurdle for me personally, was getting that dang connector off. And we did it. So, hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. Part 2 of the Steam Deck, no power, and a couple of HomePods while we were at it. If you want to fix your own HomePods, we've got plenty of info for you to do that up on our website at nextfix.com under the Common Issues section. If you want to get something fixed for you, I've got my contact info also up on my website there. Last but not least, I do have a few refurbished HomePods and parts for sale. Again, website nextfix.com. You can click the shop link to check that out. And yeah, I'm excited to see you guys again soon in the next live stream where we put a new USB-C port on here and see if that is it or if there is more to it. Thanks again, everybody, and Slam, special thanks to you for pushing us onward and getting us through this. Without your comments, I think we would have probably tapped out pretty early and probably would have ended up doing the exact same thing on the next attempt. So, thanks a lot. I'll catch you again soon. Goodbye.